video. Today we have the Roto Saw. The Roto Zip Roto Saw. I used to do this with the Dremel, but I burned through a few of those and I found that this Roto Saw is a lot more powerful and it surely doesn't break as easy as those Dremels were breaking with this big pieces of wood I'll be cutting. But this here is a 4-foot Space Jam Marvin, requested by a customer on Etsy from my Etsy shop. I did a small version of Marvin, a smaller version, and they saw that one, but they said, nah, that's too small, I don't like that. Can you do me a bigger one? And of course I can, so here it is. And I think this might have been the first time I was using the Roto Saw. My first Roto Saw experience. So I'm gonna get this wrong, more than likely. And get it right at the same time, more than likely. Let's see. Okay, see here, so now, for the next couple of minutes or so, we can watch the getting it wrong part. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started out nice and hardcore with the getting it wrong part. See, wrong. Looks smooth at first, but no, that's not right. I guess I could tell, I could feel that it wasn't smooth enough. So let's watch me get it wrong some more. It looks right, but it's not. This is wrong. It's not cutting the way it should cut. See, look, I keep stopping. Wrong. Eventually, I figure out the issue. I think. Well, no, I don't think I know. I figured it out. Look, pow. Wrong. Okay, I got it to go a little bit. Okay, did it right for about 6 seconds. I guess that's when I knew. Okay, that's how it's supposed to work. There we go, still going. Let's see, let's watch for a second. If you notice, you see how hard I'm pushing and pulling. Like, why am I even pushing and pulling? I shouldn't be pushing and pulling anyway. I should just be pushing or pulling. I don't know whichever one you want. When you see me get see now smooth for a second. See, it was varying. It was going back and forth, back and forth. So I knew it was a problem somewhere. It was something. It just wasn't right. It was working though. Still better than it was still cutting smoother than the Dremel with the thickness of the wood, I guess. Look, okay, I'm getting it right. Let's see. Nope. Believe it or not, I'm still wrong. Shit, I'm almost done. Been doing it wrong the whole damn time. So right about now is when I just realized, oh, this is just totally and completely wrong. You are Mr. Dumas, and just because he cut the holes don't mean he was doing it right. So, problem was, the blade was loose, and the more I cut, the more it slipped further and further down outside the tool. Now it's just spinning in circles. It's not cutting a damn thing. So I changed the blade. But I realized, hey, the whole time I'm doing this, it's doing this. It's sliding. No wonder I'm cutting so hard. I'm cutting with half a blade. So it wasn't in tight enough. I guess I didn't make it tight. Clearly.
Get the plug in.
I have to guess that. Right?
Dead.
So it's slipping the entire time. Slipping. And I'm fighting with it, trying to get it to cut. So, roto zip, make that damn blade extra tight. Make sure you got those nice thick wood cement blades, whatever. I think I'll show the pack in a second. Hardcore blades. I'm gonna just call them hardcore blades. I couldn't get the screw off with this tiny little screwdriver thing they gave me. Despite the fact that it wasn't even that tight. Still couldn't get it off. Couldn't get the leverage on it. Maybe, I don't know. It just didn't work. So I just used a regular wrench. I don't know if I'll show you that, but that's what I use. Maybe you don't have to use that. You have bigger, stronger hands. I wasn't. Look, I have inadequate.
What am I doing?
Not working.
Oh, hand hurt. Oh, that didn't quite work. Played myself.
Got the wrench, did it. No problem. Change the blade out. You good to go.
That's the old one.
I guess this is my blade change instructional.
No, this one been.
Don't really know what's going on here. Am I even talking? I'm probably talking over myself right now. I'll be quiet. All changed up now. It's time to go again. I think. This time, he likes that thing. Now don't forget, this thing is dangerous. This thing goes hard. I like the Dremel. It's like holding 4 Dremels simultaneously. But look how smooth. Look at that. It's like a loaf of bread now. Probably inserted the drill, the bit. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. It's just spinning away. But unfortunately, it's me, so I got a little carried away with my speed because it allowed for such speed to happen. So of course I overheat the bit. And I think it's coming out right around now. I'm bedazzled. This is when I realized I'm not working with a blade anymore because I'm like, why isn't it cutting anymore? I done burnt the blade out. That's how smooth it was cutting though. It was just going entirely
shit
too
broke.
fast for me to not get excited and burn it out. So don't get that excited.
Broke.
A little bit slower. Though it will
What's
allow you
it?
to cut really fast, don't even do it. Because the blades can't handle it. You see what happened here? Pow. And that was from heat. Nothing but heat.
Gone.
But I love it. This roto saw thing, look at the blades. It cut through that wood like butter. I see people do it with jigsaws and stuff like that. I have no clue how they I would never. That's too many. I can't deal with all those straight lines. My artworks don't have straight lines like that. So I guess you cut a lot of straight lines, jigsaw. I guess that's fine. But for me, I do a lot of round. What they tell me to get? I forget the tool somebody suggested. What is it called? A router or something? A router is what they call it, right? I looked at it, but I don't know. That thing looked really big and
I'll use this, it's easier for me.
cumbersome when I'm trying to look at the art like that, you know. So again, I changed the blade out because I burnt it out with heat. But I'm about to return to the way
Never even opened it.
this butter knife that I now assembling. Let's see, let's watch it again. Then y'all can see me sanding after that. So now my Dremel is a sanding tool. It does that absolutely perfectly. Cutting and sanding? No. Roto saw for the cut, Dremel for the sand. Look at that. Cut like butter. Drip, drip. It's pulling. This is in real time right here. I didn't speed this up at all. I'm just pulling. Instead of pulling and pushing. There we go. Marvin's coming out now. So this is where the Dremel will come back into play now because it wasn't powerful enough for the cut, but it does a fine job of sanding. So now it's time to sand this puppy. It's actually one of the most time consuming, well, I guess the second most time consuming part of the whole thing other than painting, drawing and making and all that part would be the sanding. And some people use machines to do this, but I find I get much better circles and curves and corners and crevices and things of that nature with the Dremel. Dremel 3000, Dremel 4000 preferably, but Dremel nonetheless. Time consuming though, don't get that. Don't think you're doing this quick. This part is not quickly done. Not at all. So, sand him out. Sand your hole. Make sure you use you have a few Dremel sandpaper heads, the thick ones, on hand when doing something like this. This thing is gonna eat those things up. And come about six in a pack, maybe 8. I'm not sure. You probably burn through at least a pack of them, depending on the size of your piece, depending on the size of the cutout. After you finish using all your paper, sanding it down, and I guess I just totally skipped the painting part, but here you go. Glitter flake, the helmet, the skirt or shorts or whatever we calling that, his Martian apparel. I have no idea what he calls that thing. I don't. So there it is. There's my request. Give me the Louis Vuitton 4-foot Space Jam Marvin in aqua and mint. No problem. Okay, this is the resin I use for this particular. I use about 2 different resins. I don't stray outside of those 2, but this one is really good right here. This is actually one, if not my favorite. Simply Clear. I bought tons of this stuff. Just wanted to show you the bubbles. So after you mix it together, make sure you let it bubble out a little bit before you pour it immediately. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Some people have those vacuums, but you don't necessarily need one of those. The pressure vacuums where they suck the bubbles out. You don't necessarily need that. Heat gun, blowtorch, those sort of things work. See, sometimes it comes out super clear, sometimes it doesn't. I'm sure there's a way to make that consistent, but I find it unnecessary. Okay. Spread it nice and even. Well, actually it's self-leveling, but you still got to add some evenness to it because it will kind of stay on one side as opposed to another. Once you do that, I usually do this twice. Sometimes I do it twice, sometimes I do it once. I think I do this one twice. And there was a request and commission, so I didn't have to add any of my personal touches or personal artisticness to it. Just painted what they asked for. A replica of something else that I painted, but bigger. 4-foot Marvin, Space Jam. I liked it. They liked it. Let's go. And there you have it. 4-foot by 4-foot Space Jam Marvin. Next to his little apprentice there, guy, I guess, little brother. That was the original. We saw the original, and we needed the copy, but bigger. And there you have it. Get you one.